January 15, 2009. A crisp, clear morning in New York City. On the tarmac at LaGuardia Airport, US Airways Flight 1549 was ready for takeoff. Aboard were 155 souls, all entrusting their lives to the crew, commanded by Captain Chesley, Sully Sullenberger. The engines roared to life. The massive Airbus A320 lifted off the runway, and for a moment, it was just another routine flight. But just 90 seconds later, at an altitude of only 2,800 feet, the unthinkable happened. A massive flock of Canada geese appeared directly in their path. There was no time to react. A series of sickening thuds echoed through the aircraft, followed by an eerie, deafening silence. Both engines had been completely destroyed. The plane had no power, no thrust, and it was losing altitude fast. They were now a 75-ton glider, descending over one of the most densely populated cities on Earth. Air traffic control crackled over the radio, frantically suggesting options. Return to LaGuardia? Too far. Try for Teterboro Airport in New Jersey? Not enough altitude. On the ground, everyone braced for the worst. A catastrophic crash in the heart of New York City seemed inevitable. But in the cockpit, amidst the blaring alarms, Captain Sully was the picture of calm. He assessed the impossible situation with decades of experience, his mind working at lightning speed. He turned to his co-pilot, Jeff Skiles, and with a steady voice, uttered a sentence that would become legendary: "We're gonna be in the Hudson." It was their only shot. He banked the powerless aircraft, gracefully aligning it with the icy river that sliced through the city. Inside the cabin, flight attendants chanted, "Brace for impact." Heads down, stay down. Passengers held hands, sent frantic texts, and prayed for a miracle. Then, impact. The plane slammed into the frigid Hudson River at over 150 miles per hour. The force was immense, and icy water surged through the cabin. But the aircraft didn't break apart. It didn't sink. It floated. In a display of incredible courage and organization, the crew evacuated the passengers onto the wings. People stood in the freezing January wind, shocked but alive, as ferry boats and emergency responders raced to the scene. Within minutes, a flotilla of vessels surrounded the stricken plane, pulling every single person to safety. 155 people took off that day, and 155 people were rescued. The world immediately hailed it as the miracle on the Hudson, but Captain Sullenberger, ever the humble professional, saw it differently. He insisted it wasn't a miracle. It was the result of teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to training. He became a global hero overnight, but he always maintained, "I was just doing my job." The story of Flight 1549 reminds us that sometimes, the greatest acts of heroism aren't loud or dramatic. They are quiet, measured, and steady, born from a lifetime of preparation. It's about keeping your head when everyone else is losing theirs, and finding a solution when none seems to exist. Thank you so much for watching. If this story inspired you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible true stories. We'll see you in the next one.